They struck down my words. Not only did they strike down my words, they took away the rest of my time interviewing, questioning, and talking to Mayorkas. So they didn't take my words away. They also silenced me. This is why we're losing our country.
We're losing our country because Marjorie Taylor Greene was silenced in a committee hearing for breaking the rules in said committee hearing. And as far as being silenced, wait to hear what she had to say, because she started here. There was multiple things. Here's one where she attacked Eric Swalwell. I think you can probably guess what she's talking about. It's the same talking points. Let's go.
Was kept up for months after Kanye West said that he was going to declare DEFCON 3 on the Jews. Mr. Secretary, do you believe that all of us have a responsibility to elevate our rhetoric and to denounce anti-Semitism and anti-police rhetoric in this country so that Jewish Americans and police officers can be safer?
Congressman, I do.
Thank you, and I yield back.
The gentleman yields, and now I recognize the gentlelady from Georgia, Ms. Green.
That was quite entertaining from someone that had a sexual relationship with a Chinese spy, and everyone knows it. But
I move to take her words down. Completely inappropriate.
Yeah, stand by just a second while we research the rule. Give me just a second.
They researched the rule and she skirted by and still talking about that easily openly debunked talking point from conservatives about Eric Swalwell and a Chinese spy. Yeah, Rich coming from that guy. Again, there's a committee hearing and they're talking about, you would think, important things. Instead, she's tossing around these types of unverified accusations. She wasn't done. She also went after Secretary Mayorkas. And she was very upset about the border and all those things that are going on down there. This is when she really got all heated. Watch.
But in my district, people die nearly every single day from fentanyl. And I want to know from you, how many more people do we have to watch die every single day in America? How many more young people do we have to see die? How many more teenagers? How many more parents cry themselves to sleep at night, if they can even sleep, because their child overdosed on fentanyl? How long are you going to continue this outrage, complete outrage?
Congresswoman, let me assure you that we're not letting it go on. We are fighting this.
No, I reclaim my time. You're a liar. You are letting this go on, and the numbers prove it.
The numbers prove it. You liar. You liar. So that one apparently went way too far. This is the last point in what happened, which had her then on this radio show for some reason, talking about how she's been silenced and how she's not promoting herself again because that's her entire existence. They finally stepped in and they said, okay, this is one too many. This is where the problems, this is when the stuff hit the fan.
Chair asks the gentlelady if she wishes to seek unanimous consent to modify or withdraw her remarks.
I will not withdraw my remarks because the facts show the proof.
So in making a ruling on this, it's pretty clear that the rules state you can't impugn someone's character. Identifying or calling someone a liar is unacceptable in this committee. And I make the ruling that we strike those words.
Yeah, my understanding is if words are taken down, that means that the member can no longer speak in whatever the proceeding is that those words were said.
So in consulting the rules of the House, when we strike, it does terminate the time of the individual who is speaking. So the gentlelady is no longer recognized. The chair now recognizes Mr. Ivey, I believe.
Can I make a point of inquiry, Mr. Chairman?
You can.
So the ruling was that because she used the word liar.
From that point, they snatched up all of her multimedia and her posters, and they got the hell out of there, right, Jessica? She was very upset about this. And now, as you saw from that first video, as you them respond, you notice that logo on the bottom left corner of her podcast or whatever she was on?
Yeah.
She's trying to be a media figure. That's all it is. It's self-promotion constantly over and over again. There's a sword in the middle because she's fighting. What?
Oh,
we know how this works.
Oh, God. What hell world, dystopian, futuristic, like Lord of the Rings, radical, red pill of the rings is that? Like, that is so scary to me. Anyway, here's the thing. First of all, I love that we just saw in real time, like, her just be like, and you're done, and scene, you're out of control. Like, and it's funny because she's thirsty after that AOC clout, right? AOC, Katie Porter, representatives who show up prepared, and they kind of like are able to present evidence that gets their, interview subjects kind of in a bind, and they've done that with, folks who work at Big Pharma and whatnot, and banks, etc. But they never cross the line of being like, you're a liar, you smell, and, Soros paid you to say that, whatever it is. It's like, but she doesn't have any evidence. She doesn't have any proof. So all she does is have name calling. But notice how they've never censured other very also heated presentations because they didn't actually cross that line. There was a certain amount of decorum, which, yeah, I kind of agree that you have to have in this case. And finally, I mean, how long do we give her? How long do we give her? Like, is she going to run again? She just was reelected. She doesn't want to be here. She's already made a name for herself. She could still, make more money. She's already complained about making, what is it, $700,000 a year? Complaining about that.
She's just a regular woman.
She's like, I could be making more money selling, supplements and CrossFit, like sports bras. And why am I here? And it's just like, then go, lady. The same way I feel about Elon Musk and Mars. Go. Just
take off. I think it's weird you asked the question of how long before people finally start realizing, well, her fellow Republicans are realizing. They were upset about it. That one Representative Mark Green was the one who was chairing that whole committee, and he had to silence her. Again, she didn't point out who silenced her. It was your fellow Republicans, and not very happy with it. Let's go to this quick graphic here. CNN lawmakers on this committee speaking on the condition of anonymity because they're afraid of, I guess, wrath. They told CNN that Green's behavior was an unnecessary distraction, and they complained that they had to waste valuable hearing time over that dust-up. And also a source close to Green, the Mark Green, not the Marjorie Taylor Greene, said that the chairman was furious with the congresswoman's behavior and planned to privately reprimand her, and also said that he would encourage Kevin McCarthy to remove her from the committee if she ever had that kind of outburst again. Crazy. Again, she was put on these committees by Kevin McCarthy, who said, I will never leave that woman's side, because she was standing by him in order to get his leadership position there in the House. He's been having to run over hurdles and through fires to stand by that woman, as he said that he would. Now the pressure is increasing. The fighting behind the scenes just might increase. We'll see if there's a couple cameras. If we find them, we'll play it.